Everyone. Joining us from Wisconsin is head coach as well as Joel Rumpel, John Ramage, Michael Mersch, and Sean Little. Did I get that right? Yep. All right. Coach, if you could, do you mind opening with a statement? And then when that's done, we'll open up to questions. They'll identify themselves by their name and affiliation.
Very good. First of all, I apologize for the hat. I'm still trying to warm up. It's keeping my body heat inside. Well, an entertaining game. I was asked several times this week if we regret not giving up a home game, and the answer is still no. The experience that we had today is a lifetime experience, so I think that's the trade-off that we get. And about the game, Joel was given the game puck by the team, and his performance in the first period allowed us to get our feet underneath us, and then we kind of rode a real good, an explosive period for us in terms of goal scoring by scoring 3 goals. And then I thought we did a good job of, for the most part in the third period, keeping the puck down in Minnesota zone. We kept it simple. Having a lead, it's a game that you don't have to press, and we could just put it to areas, and we played hard and protected the puck well at times, and even created a couple scoring chances. It was almost at the end, though, a replica of the Friday game. They pulled their goalie early and get 1 goal back, and couldn't get that equalizer, so we look at 3-2s going both ways. But an exciting game for our young men, and one hopefully that we can build on for the rest of the season.
First question.
Andy Baggett with the Wisconsin State Journal. Mike, this game seemed to fit what you guys do best. Keeping it simple is your second nature. Is that kind of how it played out?
Yeah, I think that we have to, based on who we are and what our strengths are as a hockey team and hockey players, that for the most part we need to keep it simple, be really smart. It helps us play effective and gives us a chance to be successful.
Matt Masterson, the Daily Cardinal. Kevin Schulz has had his ups and downs as a freshman, as anyone would as a freshman. What do you think? How big was that goal for him, confidence-wise, and for your team getting on the board first?
Really big. After the first period that we had, we didn't seem to be on our toes playing. We seemed to be on our heels a little bit. And so getting that goal gave us confidence. And for Kevin, I think for me, his growth in that game was in the third period. And there was a play, it went from behind our net, from his partner to him. He looked up ice and made a great pass up the middle on, iffy ice. But he made the pass and we came out of our zone. So that, not only getting the goal, but he showed confidence with the puck. We call it playing with poise and confidence, and he did a nice job there.
Excuse me, Dan Ruane sometimes. Which one's Mike?
Me.
How does it feel coming back to Chicago? Have you been here before as a spectator?
Yeah, we have season tickets here as a family, but it was a surreal experience to be able to share this with my teammates and get the win tonight.
And you got a point on top of it, too.
Yeah, that's always good, as long as I'm helping the team out.
Sean, do you guys ever take Joel for granted?
I don't think so. Him and Landon have been unbelievable for us all year. Like Coach said, he was, kept us in the game in the first period while we didn't help him out much, and he stood on his head in the first and played a very solid game. So to answer your question, I don't think we take him for granted at all. We know how important he is to our team's success, and he did a great job tonight.
Andy Johnson, Bucky's fifth quarter. John, obviously anytime you win a rivalry game over Minnesota, it's big, but what does this do for springboarding the rest of the season, since you guys obviously have some ground to make up in the league and then in the pairwise as well?
Yeah, this weekend was huge for us. Obviously, Friday night we didn't get the outcome that we wanted, but to battle back today in this atmosphere, I think it's going to be huge for us moving forward. We got a big couple series coming up for us, and we're really looking forward to this end of the season.
Ben Wargo from USA Joe, first for John, then for Coach. The first period, you guys just weren't generating the amount of shots that I'm sure you wanted to. Kind of maybe a little bit of a carryover from Friday as well. What was kind of the idea, the mindset in the locker room to kind of get more stuff on Wilcox, to pressure more, to throw more pucks on that? Because obviously what you guys did in the second period seemed to work out well for you with the ice conditions.
Yeah, I think we first want to start off the first period with getting a lot of shots, and that's something that we didn't do. Like Coach said, we weren't on our toes. I think the second period we threw literally everything that we had at them. Shots from the corner, shots from anywhere on the ice, and we happened to get a couple good bounces and things went in, so that was our plan.
This question for Mike. Chris Peters, CBSSports.com. You guys have been through this a lot already with the outdoor games. I mean, does it ever get old for you? Is this something that you think helps the game progress and help you progress as a program?
One of the things we've talked about this past week is we're in the dog days of the second half of the WCHA, and to have an event like this becomes an emotional energizer. It's different, it's unique, and so it's not just another game in the second half of the season. We get to do something really fun, and it gives us energy. And the other experiences have told us that you can use this energy to springboard you down the back stretch, and hopefully will do that for us.
Question for Joel. Bruce Brothers from the St. Paul Pioneer Press. How difficult was it as a goalie with the conditions on the ice out there? And did you ever, in the second period, start to feel a little bit sorry for Adam Wilcox all of a sudden when after he bang, 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 you guys got 3 on him?
Yeah, I mean, definitely feel a little tough for him, I guess, with a couple fortunate bounces for us, but he still played a solid game, keeping his team right in there, and he did a great job, and I guess we'll take it.
Andy Pagan with the State Journal for Joel and John. What was the difference in the penalty kill tonight?
Tonight I'd say we just, I guess, battled in front of the net, and they defense helped me see every puck, and they cleared all my rebounds, which makes my job pretty easy on the penalty kill.
Yeah, I think it started with Rumps tonight, and then kind of with the ice conditions kind of de-skilled their power play a little bit. So I think it definitely worked in our favor, and we'll take it.
For Mike and Coach, how did the change of pace, whether it's from playing outside or the atmosphere surrounding this event, how much do you think that benefited you guys?
Well, I think it simplified our game, obviously, and like Coach said before, it was an emotional energizer for us. But our game simplified on the ice. Ice conditions weren't too great, so it was a lot of simple plays and getting pucks at the net, and that helped our game today.
And yeah, the biggest thing, as Michael said, is the game simplified for us, which plays to our hand better.
Eric Vigo, Go for Puck Live. In the first game, the coaches had the option to do the split in the third period. You guys chose to do it. They didn't. Can you kind of talk us through that?
Well, it was a unique situation in that the referee, he came over. I'm sure he said the same thing to Don. He said the ice is really bad down there, and it is our recommendation that we need to split the ice. So we took his recommendation, and then we had the choice of which end to take first. And we chose what we did because we wanted to have the line changes closer to our bench in the last 10 minutes.
Mike, you talked about a springboard for the rest of the season. Big stage like this, a game that's almost has a feel of an NCAA game. Is this exactly what you look for from this, and maybe use this as a real growth experience for this team?
It was really fun to be on the bench watching these guys in the last 10 minutes and watching them do the things they needed to do, the little things. When they had the puck in the offensive zone, they protected it. They didn't throw it out front. They were making the simple plays off the glass. So it was a precept to what you're going to see in the playoffs and hopefully regionals and such. It was championship hockey, and we got a chance to practice what we're going to need to do down the stretch.
Lee Drelis from NBC 15 in Madison. John, can you just talk about 2010, if you can remember back then, and how does this one compare to the game at Madison?
It's funny. I talked to a few people in Madison about this, and I have a pretty bad memory. So I mean, a lot that I take out of that game is that Brandon Smith got 2 OT winner or 2 power play goals, the Springboards to win, and a 3-2 win. And I mean, it was a great feeling being in Madison and Camp Randall. But I think for our team this year, playing at Soldier Field, playing against Minnesota, a big rival, I think this definitely overtakes it. And I mean, today was a big win for us, and hopefully it will push us forward to the end.